Alright, so what's going on, guys? So for today's video, I was going to be doing my brakes, but I got my rotors and the pads weren't in stock. So that won't be for today's video. I might film it today if the stuff comes in later today, but it'll be for tomorrow's video. So for today's video, I'm going to do something that I don't really do that much, and I'm going to be reviewing a tool because it was recommended for me by a subscriber that saw my Instagram story that I had bought it. And so yeah, I'm just going to review it and let you guys know what I think about it. And what this tool happens to be actually is the Herules quarter-inch hex, impact driver from Harbor Freight. So obviously you know Harbor Freight, they're not really known for quality parts, quality tools, blah blah blah. Honestly, I don't care because I use Harbor Freight. I've always used Harbor Freight, whatever, and I've never had an issue with it. Like, I've had tools break, yeah, but they're hand tools. All of them have lifetime warranty, just like Snap-on does. So yeah, I mean, you can get those replaced in anyway. As for power tools, yeah, I usually try and go with better stuff like DeWalt or Milwaukee or something. But yeah, so this one, I have the Chicago Electric one, which I picked up for like 30 bucks at Harbor Freight, and it still works, but it's at my work and I needed something like this for home use. Yeah, so I saw this. I saw that they had discontinued the Chicago line, or they had unpartnered with them, or whatever you want to call it. So now they're now partnered with Herules and Bauer, I believe it's pronounced. So there's two of them. There's this one, and then there's the Bauer one, which is like 30 or 40 bucks cheaper. It's a little bit bigger in the base and in the top. The battery is a little bit less of a lifespan, like an hour and a half max. And it's got a little bit less torque, a little bit less RPM. So I figured, why not spend the extra 30 bucks, get this fancier one, get this smaller battery. It's lithium ion, 20 volts, and I don't know all the specs. So if you want to know the specs on it, then I don't know, check it out on the website or something. But I know that it's yeah, quarter-inch hex, compact impact driver kit, 0 to 2800 RPM. So basically, it's pretty sick. So right out of the box, they give you, obviously, they'll get you a nice little case with it. So in this case, you're obviously gonna have this, the impact. You're gonna get a big charger. They're gonna give you some bits to go with it. So I mean, like a magnetic tip bit, a couple of Phillips head, and stuff like that. And then this little clip, so if you want to be able to attach it to whatever, your belt, if you're carrying it on your hip or something. Yeah, so pretty sick. I'm gonna just take some random crap off, let you guys see that it actually works and that it's not a complete piece of garbage. And I apologize ahead of time if the audio sounds like worse than normal, because my microphone broke this morning, so I'm using the camera's mic, which is not the best, as you guys probably already know. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know that ahead of time. Alright, I'm going to start off right away by saying it's unfortunately not strong enough, or doesn't have enough torque to take lug nuts off. So that's kind of a bummer. The DeWalt one, which is what this is compared to, I've heard that one can take lug nuts off, but sadly, at least mine, I don't know, maybe mine are just a little bit over tightened or something, but can't break these loose. But it definitely can do more, so I'll show you the good stuff on it. Alright, so we're going to start off with the strut tower bolts, and those are usually, shoot, I don't know the OEM torque specs, but they're nice and good and tight, so it's kind of a pain to get off normally. And bam, knocked off just like that. And it's just as good at putting it all back on too. So, one done. Alright, so next up is these camber arm bolts right here. Easy peasy. Alright, obviously if it can take those two off, then you already know that it can take these fender washers off. So just like that, just as easy. Boom. So there's a few quick examples for you guys that this thing can take some kind of decent sized bolts and nuts off. So price wise, it's not bad at all. I mean, this one was 110 bucks, so the DeWalt one, at least by me at my Home Depot, is like 170-ish bucks. So I'd say for the price, best bang for your buck. This seems to be pretty adequate. I mean, I do wish it could take lug nuts off, because that'd just make it, like, for me, an all-in-one tool pretty much. But it does the job for now. But other than that, I mean, you can't really beat it. So, I mean, if you guys don't already know, if you guys don't have one of these as is, like some style of impact driver, I think it's definitely one of my most used tools, because I mean it just takes everything off. Next I want to get one of those Milwaukee electric ratchets, because those things look sick, and I mean it'd be nice to be able to get my like, say for example I gotta do my brakes, so my brake caliper nuts off, or the bolts off on the back, because I don't have air tools, because I don't have a compressor. So I have to use ratchets on all those back bolts. So I don't know, maybe I'll try one of those. If you guys want to see a review of that, see some crap with that, then leave it down in the comments below. But I'm going to keep this video short and sweet. That way, I don't know, I can just get it out to you guys right away. And see you guys for the next video when I do my brakes. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. I do a few videos a week, car stuff, skateboarding, just kind of whatever I feel like filming, honestly. And yeah, so drop a like if you enjoyed it. See you guys for the next video.